does that even mean, Bowers game?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for something very different. I decided this week to mix it up, so hopefully next week you'll see another weekly video log. But I thought this week, me and my son Sean would shoot a Gone Thrifting episode. I go to thrift shops quite often to try and find games. Normally I'm not very successful, but this week, me and my son are going to go to 3 different thrift shops, and we're going to give you a little tour around and see what's inside of your typical thrift shop, see what's in our local thrift shop, and hopefully find some goodies. But right now, we're going to get some fuel, a.k.a. some donuts. Oh, yeah, and then we will get back to you when we get to the first thrift shop. I also do want to warn you, we're going to be going from my head just to floating around the thrift shop to all different sorts of camera angles, so be prepared. And as always, let's get down to some thrifting. All right, where's our first stop, buddy?
Straight.
Yep, we're going straight to Goodwill. So we're gonna get to the games and we'll show you what is going on inside. I think that's a cool name.
I can go on clothes.
All right, so the first trip into Goodwill, but we found a really good Goodwill. I have never actually been to a Goodwill with this many games before. It looks like somebody was just giving away a bunch of games to Goodwill, and you saw that there was that Starship game that had like some cool little miniatures, but that was $5. There's also an acting game, which looked like it was a strategy game, but that was $5, and I'm kind of cheap. And then there was a 3 to 4 hour war game with really terrible components, also for $5. And then this bad boy right here, which I ended up picking up, and someone forgot to mark 1 copy of the game. They were all $5. And I was able to snatch the one that was not marked $5. So that is Ragami from Mesa Board Games. And in every culture, there are mythical beings that protect people and help them to solve their problems. These beings often take the form of winged men who we call guardian angels or Ragamis. 90 minutes, 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus. I figure for $1, you can't go wrong. So I paid $1.07 for a brand new game, and that is an awesome start to our day. We're going to head to our next local thrift shop, which I'm not quite sure which one it will be. We're going to go to a car wash too, right, buddy? And we will tell you more when we get there. All right, so we're on the next stop on our trip. We're going to the family, what is it called? The Salvation Army. Duh, I should know that. We're going to go to the Salvation Army. We're going to show you what all is inside and hopefully find some couple good games and a couple good toys, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Wow, so if that Goodwill was one of the best Goodwills and thrift stores I've ever been to, the Salvation Army was terrible. Wasn't that terrible, buddy? They didn't have anything, and it was all weirdly organized, and the prices were too high, and wow, what a train wreck for board games. But we have one more stop we're going to. Hopefully we can find something good there. We didn't even find any good toys there, did we, dude? No good toys, no good games. Salvation Army really let us down. A lot of clothes, though, but not what I'm looking for. So we're about to head into our last stop of the day, the Franciscan Center Family Thrift Shop. This place is always a wild card. They get a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff sometimes. I've never really found a great game here, but who knows? Maybe this is the first day for that.
When you're looking through a telescope, you can't spy on people.
You shouldn't spy on people, should you?
No.
Good call, buddy. Not raising a predator. Alright, so we are back in the humble abode after our day of thrifting. We only got to go to 3 thrift stores, actually, because I was dealing with a minor crisis with my bank and some other stuff like that. But, needless to say, I'm very happy with today's haul. I mean, it was only one game, but I got this for $1.07. You know, if it was maybe right after getting paid or something, I probably would have pulled the trigger on some of those $5 games, in particular that Starfleet game. And there was a Star Deck game. But I want to open this one up and just see what it looks like inside. I'm also looking at the Board Game Geek page right now for this. And it's currently at a 6.2 rating, which is pretty respectable. It's only been rated by, let's see, about 64 people. So it's in the top 10,000 on Board Game Geek. Tom Vassell has reviewed it. Tom Vassell has reviewed it, so I don't know if he reviewed it positively or not. And let's take a look at what comes inside. So we got 3 completely different rule booklets, different languages. We got a pretty nice looking board. This is a decent sized board right here. Oh wow, yeah, that is definitely a large board. So pretty good looking, and the components. So yeah. So I would definitely say that, irregardless of whether or not the game stinks, and I'm not sure if it's irregardless or regardless, I'm sure someone will fill me in. I would say this was a pretty good game haul. I almost pulled the trigger on Elephant for $3 because I know my son would love that game, but it was all like duct taped up and taped up, so you couldn't even check to see if all the pieces were in there. But today's Go On Thrifting was a big success, I would say, with Ragami for $1.07. Let me know what you think about this segment in the comments below. If you think I should do something, once a month or something like that. And if not, just let me know what sucks in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.